Hi everyone, welcome to CountryReports. This is a database that is freely available to Milwaukee Public Library cardholders. It includes country and culture information on the world for students, travelers, and business people. So to begin, I'll just take you guys through a couple of different search options within this database, the first of which is the search bar up in the right-hand corner. And it works pretty much just like Google. There's ads up at the top, but then once you get below the page break, there's actual results from within the database here. Another way to search is by going to the countries tab. All of the countries are listed here alphabetically and also by most popular and world regions. The way I prefer to search is going through the select a country option. Really simple. The world is divided into continents and regions, and then click on one of those, you get the list of countries in alphabetical order. You click on the country, it takes you right into the country's customs and culture section. And as you can see here, there are many subdivisions under each one of these tabs. Fortunately, I won't be able to get to them all today, but I do recommend that if you have access to CountryReports, just giving it a look through and checking it out because they're all super interesting. And if I had time, I would definitely show them all to you. Just a couple of ones that I found of particular interest was the socializing tab. This gives information on socializing for business people and travelers and what is expected of you in certain situations as far as greetings go and gestures. This can help travelers to avoid certain social faux pas that we as Westerners and as Americans in particular might not even think of, such as this one right here. It's impolite to yawn in public. That's really good to know if you go on a trip to Japan. Another tab was the Geography tab. This provides basic geographic facts such as terrain, different regions and organization, whether that's divided into states or regions, or in Japan's case, islands. Also, in the weather and climate section, it provides information that makes you aware of how the seasons work in other countries. As I'm sure we all know, the seasons in countries can be drastically different or essentially the same as they are here in the United States. One final tab I'll just quickly show you guys is the Current Events and News tab. This is an RSS feed from Google News that is updated every day. This is really nice to give business people, researchers, travelers insight into the current day, how it's going in Japan right now. It's like a current snapshot of Japan. Going further down into the Activities tab, here is where you can compare and interpret the findings of dozens of national statistics. And I'll just show those to you briefly. There's got to be over 40 here that you can look at and compare all of the countries. So say I was interested in literacy rates in the Middle East. In about 30 seconds, I was able to make this chart just by selecting the countries I wanted on my chart and selecting the criteria, which is literacy in the total population. And if you hover over the bar on the chart, you can see the exact percentile range. And you can even export it or print it for easy inclusion in a presentation or research paper. Under the Compare Country Activities tab, you can see there's a lot of other stuff that it will give you information on in comparison from one country to another. So there are a couple of issues I found with the CountryReports database. Not all of the information provided is the same level across the board. So for example, I'm just under the Students' Life tab for the country France. You can see that there is a lot of information here, probably 2 to 3 pages. It's all really great information and really informative as to what students' lives are like in France. However, if you go to the Kosovo page, I'm under the same Students' Life tab, there is nothing. So that's kind of, you know, a letdown in certain aspects that they don't have information to the same degree on every single country. So there also is a smattering of incorrect information. It's nothing big that would stop me from using the database, but for example, the country Georgia's RSS feed is actually all from the state of Georgia. You know, it's little things like that, but it just allows me to have a critical eye when I'm viewing this, so I know whether what I'm looking at or not is right or not. But overall, I think that this is still a very valuable and mostly reliable source to travelers who want a quick, easy, and concise way to learn about customs and cultures, or those researchers who are looking for impartial information on visiting a country when most other information they can find, especially on the internet, is sponsored by a tourism board of some sort. This is also a really great resource for younger students who might be doing an assignment on a lesser written about country or a more volatile one that has changed a lot in the last 5 to 10 years. And they need to supplement information from an older book with current information on politics or economy. And that's what I personally have been using Country Reports for with my elementary school and middle school patrons. So despite its flaws, I still see a great amount of use in this database in my library and can definitely imagine it in others. Thanks so much for watching.